And we are live. Hey everyone, it's your boy Doc Williams, and today we're going to be talking about how you can pick the right tool for your no-code project. Now, this is for the complete beginner. So if you're just getting into the space, you're lost, there's so many different choices, this is the perfect video for you. So come with me. Again, welcome everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how you can choose the right tool for your no-code project. If you've always been wondering, should I use AppGyver, Bubble, should I go with Adalo, all those things, we're going to be just getting to the heart of it right now so you can choose what you need to accomplish in your business. So in the comment section down below, let me know what kind of projects you're working on, what kind of questions you have for your no-code project or your business or side hustle. Okay, so we're going to talk about the landscape of how we're going to do this. And also too, I'm building a full database of breaking down how no-code tools are being used, and then also putting them into the category that I use them for. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll be dropping a link because that's I'm going to be building that out. So when we're looking at this, no matter where you are in your project, what you're thinking about, I want you to take a moment and write this down, or put it on a piece of paper, or let me know in the chat. What are you trying to accomplish? What do you want to accomplish? What is it? Are you trying to use no code to scale your business? Are you trying to create like a minimal viable product, an MVP to test an idea? What are you trying to do with your business or your idea? That's something to consider. The reason I would say that is because I break that into three different categories of where to go with your no code tools. So we're not going to look at a whole list. We're just going to look at these three sections, and then you're going to pick which ones would you classify in. By the way, thank you so much for being here, Erica. I see you in the audience. Real quick, my sound effects. Where are they? Thank you so much for being here. Let me know what you're working on. Okay, so the major three categories to look at how you're going to be building out your no code project would be number one, automation. You're trying to shift from something that's manual and you're doing a lot of repetitive tasks and you're trying to automate it. So, are you trying to automate something in your business or life? Are you trying to create a mock up? For example, are you just trying to allow people to understand what your idea is so you can get funding? So, are you trying to go for a seed round or get some kind of funding, crowdfunding, whatever it is? That would be in the mock up stage. And then architect style is where you're going to be creating and it really has bones or a shape for your project and you can scale it. So that is if you want to create a website, a software as a service, which is a SaaS, a micro SaaS, a CaaS, which is a knowledge as a service business. Are you doing a SWaaS, which is software with a service? What are you trying to create for you and what you're trying to do long term? Okay, so I would say first of all, write down what you're trying to do. What category are you in? Erica says, I've been checking out web scrapers on AppSumo to find out relevant speaking gigs for myself and others and find more relevant speakers for my show. I love it. I love it. Okay, so that would be the scraper would be in an automation. Great. I'm going to put that in so we have an example. Yep. So a scraper would be some kind of automation. hmm Let me know how it's going. Are you going to be charging other people to get access to it, or are you just doing it for yourself? Okay, so when you're looking at what category you're in for these three, the next part is looking at the name of the tool, perhaps, the format again. So the format is it automation mockups, is it an architect tool, the type of platform. So that's the same thing. I'm gonna put that over there. Okay. Use case. Why would you be using it? Just like how Erica was talking about her use case. How do you plan on using your no code tool? And then great examples or projects. That's crucial. Before I go in and start signing up for any no code platform, I start looking, does the website have use cases? Do they have something that I can start really looking at? Yeah. Indramo launched on AppSumo today. That's exactly right. Did you see I put out a video yesterday about it? Yeah, exactly right. Very excited about that. Vertkio on Twitch. Great. Yeah. I'm gonna, if you want it, if you haven't seen it, yeah, we put out a video yesterday about comparing it, different pros and cons for it. Yeah, good times. Yeah, very. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Oh, thank you. Glad that you enjoyed it. Yeah, it has a lot of potential. I like a lot of things you could do with it. When you're looking at that, you're gonna decide, okay, why am I gonna use with a certain platform, right? And then from there, you're going to see this is what I'm building right here. You can see I'm not fully done. I'm adding a section at a time of all of the different tools, but I'm tagging what you could use it for, and then I'm giving specific ideas how you could be using it. Um, what I've used in the past, great people like Max from 100 Days of No Code, how are they using it and growing their business? So that's what I'm building out. I want it to be the most useful free tool when you're trying to build out a no code platform. So if you're interested, I'm going to be dropping a link in a little bit. Let me know if this is interesting to you. And again, it's not done. Yes, it will be available in DocStocks, and DocStocks will have more details in it as well. Yeah, great question. Yeah, it's going to be added on Friday. So the free version is going to be like the overview. For Doc Stocks, it's going to be this, but also all of the videos too. So you don't have to search through it and everything. I'll be updating and adding all the things to Doc Stocks. By the way, thank you so much for everyone that supported and got Doc Stocks. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was awesome. That was our Black Friday. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We're going to keep adding more and more. Remember, anyone that got it during the Black Friday sale, you get it for lifetime. So yeah, we're going to be adding a lot to it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through a couple different examples of this, how this plays out and how you can see how you would use this in real time. And then in the chat, if you're watching this live, let me know if you have questions. If you're watching this on replay, put in the comment section what you're working on so we can talk about it. Okay. So let's go through an example, right? So I'm going to go into a document, and because Erica talked about it, scraper, I'm gonna just go through a scraping one. Like, how would I go find a scraper or something like that, or what I need? Okay, so say for instance, what I want to accomplish, I want to find more leads or potential guests for my podcast. Okay, so if I have this right here, that's a really good goal. The first question I would have is, what am I using right now? What's out there? Am I using anything? Am I switching to another platform? What am I using? Okay, so I'm going to go, what am I using right now? Now, it's okay if you just say I'm doing it manually. You might say, hey, manually, I'm just looking up things. I don't know what to do. All of those things. That's fine. So now we're going to be looking for, is there already a service that we could be doing something where we're trying to find potential guests or leads? So first, I'm going to look for a platform that has all of those different things. So if I'm looking for leads and it's a podcast, I might not necessarily go right away to a scraper. I might first decide, is there a platform that does all of the heavy lifting for me and gets me leads before I even need to build a scraper? Because again, I'm trying to see if I can be moving fast, all of those things. So I'm first going to be like, okay, what do I have in my arsenal, or who can I talk to see if they have that? Okay, so we can look at matchmaker.fm to potentially look at different guests. Matchmaker.fm. Okay, so why are we going here? Because instead of me spending time setting up a full breakdown of scraping for guests, I can already have an aggregate place where there's so many people that are already trying to be booked on podcasts. Does that make sense? To do this, right? So we're going to look at this. So we would have like this one. Exactly right. See, Eric is always saying like matchmaker, exactly right. So I would already be thinking about, okay, if I'm trying to find this, I'm going to go with matchmaker.fm. If I want to also find more, and I'm trying to think about, okay, who are ones that are putting on different events, and I just want to see if they're going to speak or promote their own thing, I would actually go to my second thing that I would use is Hey Summit. I would use Hey Summit, and from there, I would go to the speaker directory, and then I would look here, right? So then I already know they're looking to be a speaker, they're trying to talk to me, and now I'm going to go that route. So before we even start scraping information, I can already start targeting and start getting a really good base of who I want to talk to from services like this. And a lot of them have either free plans or they're pretty cheap. Let's take a look. Yeah, the pro is 50% off, but you can just go normal. And I think this is free. Yeah, this is free when you just start out. Yeah, Matchmaker will now start to offer a curation. Yeah, perfect, right? So if I'm looking just for scraping, I've already done all the hard work before I even had to make a scraper. Does that make sense? Okay, so we could just use that. Now let's go for another example. If you're saying, Doc, I still want to curate and find a very specific match. I don't want to just go into these databases. Okay, now we're looking at what kind of scraper do I need? Okay. So actually, this was a really good question that Erica brought up the other day. She was talking about which scraper to get. Are you using Hexomatic? Let me know. Okay, so there's a few different things if I'm going to be doing this. Um, I'm going to be going and looking this up. Robo. What is that? Just I know it's Robo something. Robo Motion. Okay, we've got that one. There we go. Okay. So if we're looking at another one, we could be looking at now what's the difference between RoboMotion and then Hexomatic? If you're looking at it from the start, you might be saying, well, they kind of look the same. They scrape. What's the difference? Hexomatic is similar to Texaw, where you're going to be doing more of recipes and you're going to have something that's more straightforward and you can just browse the automations and then do it. Right. So AI audio transcription, AI text to speech. You can look for data transformation, integrations, notifications, crowdfunded. So they're going to be closer to where it's just going to give you recipes of what you're going to be doing action wise. If you're going to be going with RoboMotion is very, very intricate. So it's a steeper learning curve, but you can do a lot more intricate things when you're doing RoboMotion. So this depends on, can you just find a recipe in Hexomatic and be done with it and move quicker, or do you need to do something intricate where you need to break things down? You need to have a very specific automation request, right? So that goes into what are we trying to do? We're going to go one more. Yeah, Captain Data and Hexomatic. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. We're going to go with one other one if we look at it, right? So if we go with RoboMotion, that's fine. The other thing is, I was thinking about Hexomatic automations. Okay. Find that lead. It's an old one. Find that lead. But Erica was saying it in the chat. If I'm looking for prospecting and I'm specifically looking for LinkedIn, there's tons of these. So you can go with ones like Find That Lead or others. But if I'm going to do something based on I'm looking for leads, okay, here we go. Then I'm going to be taking the time. Maybe I'm going to be looking for Find That Lead, and I'm going to a very specific way of prospecting where I'm going to have my target audience. I want to email them. I want to get in contact with them, get them on the phone. And so now I'm going to be going that route. Okay, so let's get out of the weeds for a second. What do I want to accomplish? That's why I'm saying there's so many tools. Layering in what you're trying to do, where are you right now, what have you used, allows you to pick the right tool than going through like 50, buying them or trying them out, and then getting deeper in the weeds. The other thing that we're going to be doing is once we figure out, we're going to choose top 2 tools, and then you're going to time yourself learning the tool. Okay, so that way you put on a timer, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever you want to do, because then it allows you, hey, is this a tool that I can, this naturally feels good for me? Do I like using this tool? Because a lot of people will buy them, or it feels like at first glance, this is too hard. I'll learn this later. Push yourself. If you're trying to solve a solution with no code, go with action. Action over ideas. We talk about all the time on this channel. Action over ideas. Go try it out and go solve that problem, then go from there. See, Hexamatic lifetime is only for built-in integrations. For premium, you need to pay a subscription. That makes sense. So that, and again, I'd look at what's in the premium package. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that's great. That's a great point. Yeah, if we're picking anything from AppSumo, I'm looking at the plans. What works? Do I need the premium? What do I need to be successful? Great questions or great points. Great points. Okay, so now if we're gonna go through, like, say for instance, a lot of people ask the difference between like Bubble, should I learn Bubble, or Indramu? I think I'm saying it right. What should I use? Should I be using Beezer? Should I be using Adalo? Should I be using AppGyver? All of those things, those are all important points, but it's really important to think about the functionality. Whatever tool you decide to use, go look it up and try to do it. So I'm going to go through a couple examples, and let me know again in the chat if you're working on something, you have a question, let me know. Yep, yep, the good stuff. The good stuff. There's another one. There's a sneaker, like there's a sleeper one that I think it depends on what you're trying to create. If you're trying to go the route of doing things with like OTT and stuff with like video on demand, I think Bamboo Cloud. I'm talking to them later today, so hopefully I'll get more information. I think this is going to be a sleeper pick because of the way that it can work. I'm still going to get more details, but this might be a really good option for OTT stuff like that. Tiyuto is still probably my go-to if I'm trying to scale and do something like a Disney Plus or Netflix. But if I'm trying to do live events, I'm trying to do OTT sports events. This is interesting. I still got to get more details this afternoon because VLoud, I'm still waiting for them to finish up so you can use it for a 24/7 music channel instead of using OBubble or a Google Cloud platform. This one might do everything that I want. So we're going to see. We're going to see. All right. All right. Let's just go through some if you want. And again, this is going to be added soon. I'll put it in the chat. But this is the list that I'm building out right now. Of course, there's going to be a lot more, but just going through like some of my favorites or ones that I'm using regularly, I just put a couple down. Okay, so for no code options, I put Softer, Glide, Repurpose.io, MarketPlan.io, Sharetribe, Zapier, SendFox, Webflow, AppGyver, Integromat, PipeDream, Postman, Uscreen, Adalo, ConvertKit, Hey Summit, Podia, TubeBuddy, Figma, Bravo Studios, Viral Loops, King Sumo, Supernova, and Sketch. So we're going to be adding more, but this is kind of where I want to start. These are the ones we use the most often, or with our students and clients. So I want to start here and start building out each page of talking about number one. And by the way, these are affiliate links. I let everyone know. But use case, specific ideas if you're trying to create a side hustle for each one. So like you create a job board for a specific niche, marketplace for a target niche, create an online directory, stuff like that. Then it's going to be linking to older things right here, to older videos that are broken down how I would use it. Great examples of side hustles that are making money. So they're profitable side hustles or they're profitable. And then resource videos. So that's what I'm working on. See, I just let's see, I just proposed to the expensive bakery nearby that every week sends a PDF with delivery menus for customers. In 40 minutes, I built an entire website with spread simple to them to save a lot of back and forward conversation on WhatsApp. For a price as credits in their store to have breads for all week. I love it. I love it. I love seeing that. Keep us posted on that. That's a great idea. Great idea. Great idea. Yeah, exactly. Start going out there, hustle with it. Yeah, great idea. Let's see. Erica, would you say that Bamboo Cloud is better than VLoud and Vado? The jury's still out. I'll know by this afternoon. I think they're just going to be different use cases. VLoud is pretty easy to use, and so it depends on what people are trying to use it for. The Yeah, so that was the main thing. I like it. A lot of good things were with VLoud. There's a couple intricacies with Bamboo Cloud. If they actually can do what I'm asking, then it would just be a different use case. Like right now, VLoud, I don't have a problem with it at all. Like they're doing well. But like some of the upgrades, what's having on their page and everything. So like, okay, ad monetization. Now you can monetize your channel through the tag URL. Okay, so now you can use ads. Well, that's a great start. The next part that I need is when can you start using it for a 24/7 music channel on YouTube so I can use it like Bubble. That's what I want to use it for. That doesn't mean everyone else has to use it like that. I think it would be fine if you're just, integrating in a website and going to town. I don't see it being a problem. But the whole reason I got VLoud was to do 24/7 music channels to, scale up a couple other channels on YouTube. That's what I'm waiting for. So I'll let you know. The other one is Bamboo Cloud. I want to know more about their sports package. I could see this being used if you're trying to do sports and you could do this for niche sports. Exactly like it was saying thriving hub for a sports club. Then you can monetize it if you're already bringing all of your live streaming equipment and then you're now being able to do something locally but like scale it at a professional level. You know what I'm saying? To start charging if you're doing like, soccer or you're doing CrossFit or whatever. I got to see what it looks like. But if it's already built for that kind of thing, hands down, I'm going to go with it. Yeah, I asked that. Exactly. Yeah. Not possible to stream to YouTube. That's exactly right. So that's a great point. They're saying maybe I got to talk to them. I'm talking to the CEO this afternoon. If it's not, so they already told you it's not going to be 24/7. I need to know when. I need to know what's going on with it. Yeah. Hopefully soon. Yeah. And if they tell you, let me know. Yeah. That's what I want to know. So that's an idea. I think that's maybe. So the verdict's out on that. The other one is like a lot of people compare like Softer and Glide. I just think they're totally different for different reasons. I use Glide a lot. I just think it's totally different use case and it's good in its own place. I just prefer Softer just because I'm usually doing like MVPs and doing things like marketplaces and things like that. And Softer allows me to move a lot quicker. And I just feel like it's made for that. Glide, it's better if you're trying to do an MVP. I feel like now I have seen some that scale their Glide app and everything. Um, you do have to you have to construct the database for a one-on-one chat. You have to do things like that. Versus if you're using a Dalo where you can just add the component, it depends on what you want to do. But you can do similar things. Depends on your use case. Depends on your skill level. All of those kind of things. See. Yeah, not possible stream. Yeah, yeah. On AppSumo questions, check there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, and I emailed them and he said it was possible. That's the one thing. So I said, all right, I gotta have a meeting then. I saw that on AppSumo. Yeah, you're right. Hopefully we'll know. Okay, so the question is, where was it? Erica, do you like King Sumo better than viral loops? Just depends. Depends on the exact use case. I think I would use King Sumo more if I'm just integrating with SendFox and then it's one less step. If I'm running campaigns for another brand and I'm doing SWAS software with a service, I'd probably use viral loops because it gives me more categories and the presentation is just killer. And I've gotten clients to agree to that just by going through a couple of things in viral loops versus King Sumo. I'm going to kind of, it's pretty simple. This one just has better presentation. I go in, sign in, and then show them the different ways that we could do the campaigns, and they just go crazy. Great question. Okay, so that is something. Okay, so we went through that. Market plan, let me put marketplan.io. Marketplan.io, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I've been using them, I don't know, close to 2.5 years, I guess now. I feel like it's one of the best in the game when I'm trying to sell like blueprints. I'm going to be selling my ideas for upcharging for my services, and it allows me to build really quickly. Market is my go-to. I know a lot of people use Funnelytics, and there's tons of others. I just prefer this one. Let's see. Thank you. Brought in VLoud. Yeah. First question can be awesome. It can't be. It can't got on VLoud for now. But we could go through your software encoder, for instance. Wirecast allows. Yeah. See, but that's interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. So when you're using the RTMP, the whole reason I would be doing it there, I want something like OBubble that I can just already have a designated platform that will just do everything for me. If I'm going to go all the way and go through like the RTMP and all of those things, that's when I was just using Google Cloud Platform and doing everything myself through there, and then having a server. And then it was cheaper. That's a really good point. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Okay, cool. Of course, if we're talking about Webflow, you already know friend of the show, Sacco, and his craziness. He's probably top notch, one of the best in the business for that one. Um, check it out. Um, I have today in DigitalOcean. What's that? Um, are you using Voodoo.tv? No, no, I'm not. Great question. Did you buy that, Erica? Let me know. Okay, so the other ones where we're talking about like Webflow and AppGyver, I have to tag some of these. So Webflow, if I'm doing something where it's a website where I'm trying to build, I would say if I'm trying to mock something up, we're building a website and I have a background in Photoshop or I'm really meticulous about how I want the animation and things like that. If I'm not going to be using Elementor with WordPress, I guess I would go with Webflow. The downside is it is limited. You have to use other integrations if you're trying to create a micro SaaS or something like it. For example, like member stack, or having different aspects to build out a CRM, a customer relationship management. It's not built for that right now. So you have to go ahead and get other things if you want to really make it powerful. Just depends on what you're looking for. But I think Webflow sites run really fast and they're quite beautiful. So it depends on what you're doing. Pipedream, again, Pipedream's similar to Zapier, but you do have to do a little bit more work, but it is substantially cheaper. So that's something to keep in mind. Don't mind, it's just allergies. I sound like death. I know. Let's take a look at the pricing. Yeah, free up to 10,000. Yeah, so yeah. So but it takes more work when you're setting it up. So you would have to know a little bit about API and endpoints, but look at the pricing. I mean, it's insane. You save so much money. Would be let's see. Oh, yeah. Google Cloud cheaper. Yeah, it depends. But yeah, we did a video about it. But yeah, it can be cheaper. It depends if someone's like trying to do like 4K videos and stuff like that. That then it would up the storage cost per month. But if you're just doing like 1080p and you're running it, yeah, a virtual machine, you should be fine. Would be interesting if you could do a live stream on a fake scenario on how you use Maker Plan. Um, yeah, I've done videos on it, but I mean, I can talk about it right now. Market Plan. All right, so this how I use Market Plan. I'll talk about it right now. I love this thing. Okay, so the way that I use Market Plan is a couple things. Number one, if I'm trying to first meet with oh crap, sorry, I have to go. I have a meeting. I'm sorry. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm late. I have a meeting with Repurpose. I have a meeting with Hanny. Hey brother, love. Yeah, the remote village. Oh, cool. Simone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, everybody. I'm sorry. It's at the 45. I'm 3 minutes late to this meeting with Hanny from Repurpose. Next week, we are going to be talking about we're going to be talking about marketplan.io, how we're going to be using it. Remember, if there's something that you're interested in, something that you're trying to build for your no-code project, please in the comment section down below, let me know what you're working on, and we'll talk about it next week. We're going to be dropping videos later this week about the new interface with Software. We've got more videos on how to hustle and make 3K per month flipping on Friday. I will see all of you soon. I apologize. I will talk to all of you soon, and thank you so much for watching. Same time next week. Same time next week. I start at 10:30 next week. But we're going to be do this every single Wednesday. We do this. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for supporting the stream. I'll talk to you soon.